All right, everyone, so welcome to day 2 of our adventure here at the Walt Disney World Resort. We are in the car on our way to EPCOT. Yesterday, the Magic Kingdom was fantastic. What an amazing day we had. Mama Digna had her first Disney experience, and the magic was flowing. Wasn't it, Juan Carlos?
It was.
It was. How you doing, Mama Digna? Hola.
Hola.
So we just had breakfast, so we have our sustenance. And we're going to go to EPCOT, where we're going to spend the day exploring the World Showcase, taking part in the festival that's going on right now, so we'll show you that. We're going to see the fireworks tonight at EPCOT, and we're taking part in the dessert party at EPCOT too, the Frozen Ever After dessert party, so stay tuned for that. So we'll see you real soon. Oh boy! Alright, so we have arrived at EPCOT. We parked the car, we got our scooters, Mama's ready, I'm ready. And right there, Spaceship Earth. Let's do it, folks. Here we go. First stop in EPCOT is the Art of Disney, and we're shopping for a gift for Juan Carlos's sister's new home. And we're looking at some options. What do we got?
I like this one because it's very colorful.
Oh, that's nice with Mickey and the flowers and the butterflies.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Very pretty. And I like this one because this is playful.
Oh, it's Donald. Yep.
Yeah. And I love them.
Oh, and it's family, yeah. And that meets with Juan Carlos's criteria because he loves Donald Duck.
I like this one better.
Yeah, I like it.
But we're still looking and see.
Yeah, bonita. And we got our little merchandise, some gifts to bring back to Costa Rica. We're excited. All right, so this topiary is one of the most interesting I've ever seen here at EPCOT. I think it's great. All of what you see in front of me is garbage that is washed ashore. So you can go to washedashore.org, which is a nonprofit. They make artwork out of washed ashore garbage. It's a great way to recycle and also to create awareness of how much we're polluting our oceans. And so part of the partnership with Disney and washedashore.org is also to promote this new Disney nature film called Penguins, which celebrates Earth Day, and it comes out in theaters on April 17th. All right, everyone, we are now going into Soarin'. We're gonna go explore the world. I love this ride, so come along with us. We'll let you know what we think. And we're getting Mama strapped in. We're here in Soarin'. Well, we did Soarin', everyone. It was a little bit scary for Mama Digna. I think she had her eyes closed most of the way. So yeah, I mean, if you do have a fear of heights, or for example, she just flew on an airplane for the first time a couple days ago, so it might have been a little bit much for her, but I did see her peeking out of her eyes a couple times, so she didn't hate it altogether. But yeah, if you don't have a fear of heights, or a fear of flying, I highly recommend you check out Soarin' because it's a lot of fun. And the video or the filming that they did is absolutely spectacular, so be sure to check it out. As you know, we just finished Soarin', but one of the things I like about coming to EPCOT is I find it to be a very relaxing park, and I don't like to rush, so it's nice to kind of stop and just relax every now and then, which is what exactly we're doing now with my very berry hibiscus. Mama Digna's got one. Juan Carlos got himself a nice ice cold brew here at the Starbucks. So we're going to relax and have that, and then we're going to go check out the Living Seas, Finding Nemo and Friends, and check out the big aquarium and see what's going on over there.
Nemo! Nemo! I am not going to lose you again! Do you hear me?
Nemo!
Oh, science trip, there's so much to know. Nemo!
Where?
No, that's why we're trying to find it.
Find who?
Oh. Nemo! Where are you, Nemo? Who's playing games?
Games? I love games.
Nemo! Why don't you drop by for a little bite? Oh, what a beautiful little bite. In the big blue world.
finished the living seas and our little time with Nemo and all the fish and exploring that pavilion, which is great. One of my favorites here at Epcot. After that, we went over to Spaceship Earth and we rode that attraction, which is another great one. And now we're going to take a boat and go across World Showcase, and then we're going to make our way back about halfway around the world. We're having dinner in Mexico, and then after dinner, we're going to make it the other half of the world, and then we're going to do the Frozen Ever After dessert party, watch the fireworks, and head home. So far, our day is going quite well. The other things I've never really talked about here at Disney, and one of the things I like is they do have this thing called Photo Pass. We go, there's right here. This young lady right here is taking pictures, and you can get your photo taken, and you can assign it to your Magic Man and to your My Disney account. Within minutes of getting your picture taken, the photo gets uploaded to the internet, and if you have the account, you can download it. Pretty cool. So we do happen to be here also during the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. I'm not going to necessarily cover everything to do with the Flower and Garden Festival, but I will point out a few highlights. There are tons and tons of YouTube videos online already covering everything you can imagine about this festival. It is one of my favorites that they happen to have here, I will say that. But we're going to take our time. Since Mama Digna has never been here before, we're going to kind of make our way around World Showcase now, and we'll take you along with us. We're going to stop at a few of the highlights as we go. Here in Great Britain, we got a little live music going on. Rock and roll, British style.
Rock and roll.
That was a nice little musical stop here in Great Britain. Certainly enjoyed that band that's playing here. They do several sets, and they're kind of tucked away in the back, but if you're going around World Showcase and hear some rock and roll music, check them out for sure. Right now, Juan Carlos and his mama, they're in the tea shop, checking out some teas from Great Britain, and also sponsored by Twinings. My video is not sponsored by Twinings, but that tea shop is. And it sounds like there's a child having a meltdown right about now in front of me. That happens here at Epcot too. So anyway, we're going to continue our tour around World Showcase. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's looking a little overcast right now, and the wind's coming, and it's getting a little cold. Wow. That kid's having a meltdown. Anyway, so we're going to move on. I just wanted to take a minute while I'm sitting here waiting for them in the shop to talk a little more about doing this whole scooter accessibility thing. I'm finding it to be very easy to get around the parks and maneuver around the parks. One of the things, though, I'm finding fascinating, because I've never been in this situation before, is it's not that Disney doesn't have everything in order for those who are mobility challenged. It's really the general population of people around and the crowds of people that are most difficult to deal with. People seem to just be oblivious of their surroundings sometimes. I've actually had several children run directly in front of me. I had a lady who was taking a selfie walking backwards, pretty much fall over the front of the scooter. And these are things that I tried to avoid, and I'm certainly not zooming around. These things are not fast. So a little bit of advice for all of you coming to Disney that are not mobility challenged. Really be aware of your surroundings and understand that there are a lot of people, and it's important, especially for those in wheelchairs or mobility scooters, that you kind of pay attention. Just a little bit of advice. Or if you have children, don't let them just go running wild just because they're in a theme park. That seems to happen here a lot at Disney in general. I get it, but other than that, the issues have been really just other people doing stupid things rather than me having any difficulty maneuvering around. There's plenty of really large open pathways, and that makes it easy. Bienvenidos, everyone. We are now having dinner here at Epcot, and we are sitting in the San Angel Inn in the Mexican Pavilion, and we got really lucky. I didn't request it, I didn't ask for the extra time, but we are actually sitting at one of the tables that sits right along the water. And apparently, from what I've heard, that's a very difficult thing to get. But I guess they just liked us, so that's a good thing. Little Mayan pyramid right there, and down below you can see the water. And there's a little boat attraction here, so guests are going by on the boats. Let me kind of turn the camera around. It's very dark in this restaurant, I will say.
Yeah, it can be very.
Yeah. Regardless of being dark, I would say it's kind of cool. The ambiance is nice, and we're going to take a look at the menu and decide what to order. So I'm going to show you all the menu, but obviously this is the lighting, the natural lighting in the restaurant. You get a little candle. So I will say if you're challenged, you're going to need to do what I'm doing right now and use your mobile device and check out the menu. But yeah, as you can see, Juan Carlos is over there with... He's not happy with the lighting situation in the restaurant either. So yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a challenge, but if you've got a flashlight, bring it. So under the chef's recommendations, I'm going to order the combination Mexicana. Let me point out one other thing, aside from it being really dark in here and hard to see the menu. I will point out that we had a 5:45 dining reservation made. And from the time we checked in until we got sat was about actually 30 minutes. So even though you're making a reservation, don't expect to be seated at your reservation time. If you're making plans, I thought I would let you know. So it took almost 35 minutes for us to get seated. But we're here. So we ordered, I'll kind of point to it because it's so dark, queso fundido we got, and then we got some house-made guacamole. These are some chips that are look like a little more fresh made. And then another dish of chips here and some house-made salsa. So we're gonna try that. Yeah, let's dig in. This is actually our view while we're eating. We have a nice little view of this attraction.
So this is carne asada. It's got some rice, guacamole, and beans. And then my mom got the catch of the day a la veracruzana, a side of beans, and rice. It's delicious.
So I got the Mexican combination, and this is the short rib over poblano corn rojas. It also comes with enchiladas verdes de pollo, which is basically enchiladas with chicken with a chipotle tomato sauce. So we're going to see how that is. All right, everyone. So we just finished our dinner here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions about the food. So my dish, the combination, I will say the standout item on that dish for me was the beef. The short rib was fork tender, very flavorful, very good. The chili relleno was very good as well. It's got cheese and beans in it. So overall, my dish was very flavorful, so very happy with it. Juan Carlos's mother had the fish. She enjoyed that. And Juan Carlos his dish was a steak dish. That would be the one that we were not quite as happy, although it tasted good. It was supposed to be a New York strip steak, and I like a New York strip, but this particular New York strip was very, very chewy. So I'll leave it at that. It just wasn't as flavorful as it should have been. As far as the appetizers were concerned, the queso fundido, fantastic. The guacamole was great. So overall, the meal was very, very good. Was it high-end fine dining? No. Do they charge high-end fine dining prices? Yes. So do realize that if you come here, you really are paying for the fact that you're at EPCOT, the ambiance of the restaurant. So you're paying more than probably what the food is worth, in my opinion. But overall, it was a good experience. So with that being said, we're going to head out. All right. And right there, folks, is where we were just sitting for our dinner. Hola, everyone. So we are standing in front of the Mexican Pavilion here at EPCOT World Showcase. Mama Digna, Juan Carlos, and I just had a dinner. Dinner was good?
It was good.
Sí?
Yeah.
Provecho? Bueno? Bueno. Perfect. So we enjoyed the dinner, then we enjoyed the boat ride with the 3 caballeros. Now we're going to go explore a little bit more of World Showcase, and then we're going to go to the dessert party and see another fireworks spectacular tonight. So, shall we go? We shall. And so we are now in Norway, and they have this beautiful, beautiful topiary of Anna and Elsa from, of course, Disney's Frozen. So just Mama and Juan Carlos walking through Norway, as you do when you're at EPCOT World Showcase. I think we should go see Odin and Thor, gods of Vikings. I don't know, we're gonna open the door and see what's going on in here. Wow. I love the carving in the tree. Beautiful. There he is. Powerful. So Juan Carlos and I have an affinity for this symbol, and it's actually on the front door of our house in Costa Rica. So now we're at the China Pavilion and check out these really cute little panda. That's a beautiful dragon topiary. It's hard to call it a topiary when it's made out of so many things like bromeliads, but it's spectacular. Juan Carlos and I are now here at the Frozen Ever After dessert party. We're about to go check out the little dessert items. Obviously this is based on the film Frozen. We're right here on the World Showcase Lagoon, right up against the water to see the fireworks, which I think is great. And yeah, so let's go see what kind of goodies they have compared to the Magic Kingdom last night.
Let's see.
All right, so we'll follow behind Juan Carlos here. First course offering here is some fresh fruits. And it looks like we've got some bread and some nuts and sort of like a trail mix, some pita bread and some queso and some broccoli. So this would be the savory station. And over here I'm happy to report that they have some Christoph's no sugar added lemon curd with elderberry, which is nice for those who are diabetic. And we've got some little mini eclairs, some macaroons, almond cookies, orange glitter glazed key lime tart, and these little frozen cupcakes up here look yummy. We've got warm cottage pudding with salted caramel glaze and Olaf's warm double chocolate s'mores pudding cake. Say that 10 times fast. And a little different than last night in the Magic Kingdom, this dessert party with the coffee, they do offer you some flavors. So there is a sugar-free vanilla, a hazelnut, and an almond flavoring for your coffees. That's kind of nice. All right, so we have Olaf's freeze-fried birthday cake. We're gonna check this out. They make it in front of you, and it looks like a little bit of culinary magic happening here.
All right.
What's going on?
So this is our creamy vanilla mousse. We take a scoop of this right into our liquid nitrogen. This stuff is really cold. It's at negative 321 degrees.
Wow, that's
So it
cold.
freezes it up really fast, kind of like a giant Dippin' Dot. It's really yummy. Any idea where we got this stuff from?
I would say maybe Elsa created it.
Yeah, Elsa's palace. We got it
Okay,
right
cool.
from her palace. Only takes a couple more seconds here to get a nice hard shell. Almost.
We're making snowball.
Oh yeah, and you hear that? It's frozen right up.
Listen to that, folks.
Shake that nitrogen off of there. Right into the bowl. This is fun. Ready?
Wow.
Break right into it. It's nice and creamy on the center.
Broken
It has a
ice
hard
cream.
shell. And then we do have our vanilla cake, rainbow sprinkles and chocolate sauce for the top. I think it's best with all three. It's up to you.
Go for it.
All right. I do have one more trick up my sleeve here.
Okay.
We're gonna take a piece of cake. I'm gonna do a little work on it here. One. Do it perfect this time. And do we know who that is?
Looks like the big cheese to me.
It is. It's Mickey Mouse. give you some sparkly snowflake chocolate sauce. And since it's Mickey's 90th birthday this year,
Of course, some
give
sprinkles.
some confetti, yes.
Awesome.
Here's a spoon, and here you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Noelle.
All right, everybody say hi to Noelle. So a very energetic cast member just came over and handed us these 3D glasses. So apparently if we put on these frozen 3D glasses and watch Illuminations tonight, it's going to look like snowflakes, according to her. So I look forward to trying it. I'm going to try to put it over the lens of the camera so maybe all of you at home could see what we see. We'll see if it works. But I think it's going to be kind of cool. We'll check it out. Well, everybody, that wraps up our time here at the Frozen Ever After dessert party here at EPCOT. We have one thing left that we get to do with this party, and that's that they take you, after the big crowds clear out, we're going to be escorted over to the Frozen attraction in the Norway Pavilion and actually get to ride it. So, very excited about that. Couple things about this dessert party. Definitely, it's cool because it's themed for Frozen. I will say that their Magic Kingdom has more choices on the dessert side, but this option was more on the savory side, so that's kind of cool. Overall, both dessert parties I think are worth it, if nothing else for the fact that you get a nice viewing area to see the fireworks here at EPCOT and also in the Magic Kingdom. So, is it worth it? In my opinion, yes it is. So if you can afford it, spend a little extra money and treat yourself and do one of these dessert parties. All right, everyone, we are going through the Frozen queue line. Sorry it's a little bumpy, but I'm on a scooter. And there's Juan Carlos and Mama. All right, here we go.
Very much like today, on our stage, assisting with unselfish act of true love. And
right, everybody, so we're now making our way out of the park. We just rode the Frozen ride. It's my first time riding it since it switched over from the old Maelstrom, and I will say it was quite fun. I actually really enjoyed it. I think the animatronics and the digital projections on the animatronics were fantastic. Overall, we have really had a great couple days here at the Magic Kingdom, and then ending it here at EPCOT. So overall, doing a couple things that I've never done before, the dessert party at the Magic Kingdom, as well as here at EPCOT. Doing both parks on a scooter and being a little mobility challenged on this trip has been interesting for me. Gives me a whole new perspective on what it's like to be a guest in the parks, or just in general, having a handicap. Hopefully for myself, this is a temporary thing and it won't last much longer. We'll see. But I'm going to say a couple other things as we wrap up our time here at Disney. One of the things that I like about this Happily Ever After party at EPCOT is the park clears out after the fireworks, and then they escort you over to ride the ride. So when you leave, the park is empty. It's kind of cool. As you can see, it's like Juan Carlos, me, and his mama, and a few dozen other people leaving the park. That's pretty awesome, because you really don't get this experience very often. And it's quite beautiful. Let me turn the camera around and just show you. And there you have it, everybody. Juan Carlos skipping his way through Epcot. It's one of the great things about us is that it doesn't matter where we are, what's going on in our lives. What's our mantra, Juan Carlos?
Happiness is a lifestyle.
He said it. Happiness is a lifestyle, everyone. And we really appreciate you guys watching our vlog. It's really getting dark here. Ooh, spooky. But if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Give us some feedback, some comments. And as always, we really appreciate you watching. So peace out, everyone. And remember, happiness is a lifestyle. Ciao for now.